Good evening, I'm Swastika Panda from OdishaTV.in bringing you today's news from Odisha. First the headlines. State government turns mineral transporters strike illegal, invokes ESMA in Sundargarh and Keonjhar districts for 6 months. High Court cancels Odisha Judicial Service prelims and directs OPSC to conduct the examinations afresh in 6 weeks. Flood threat looms large as Boitarani and Subarnarekha are in spate. Chief Minister reviews readiness to tackle the calamity. Chief Minister, ministers, senior officials pay rich tributes to Dr. Abdul Kalam in a condolence meeting held in Secretariat for first time. And for the first time in the world, rare breed of melanistic tiger cubs were displayed to visitors at Nandankanan Zoo in Bhubaneswar. Now the details. Terming the mineral transporters allegation as illegal, the state government has imposed Odisha Essential Services Maintenance Act or ESMA for 6 months, Home Special Secretary Lalit Das said today. Notably, 16 truck and tipper owners association operating in Koida and Joda mining circles of Sundargarh and Keonjhar districts have launched an indefinite strike since July 20th over freight rates. The Steel and Mines Department had recommended the Home Department to invoke ESMA after the truckers began the stir. Sources said, due to halt in mineral transportation as a result of the stir, the state government is losing crores of rupees daily and the mines production and royalty are taking a hit. An 8-member delegation comprising representatives of 4 associations from both the districts and the Odisha Truck Owners Federation on Monday discussed the issue with the Transport Minister Ramesh Majhi. So said, the delegation suggested the minister to end the present crisis by allowing the old freight rate till finalization of government notification. The Odisha High Court today set aside the prelim examinations of Odisha Judicial Service 2015 and directed the Odisha Public Service Commission to conduct the examinations afresh. The examination was held on May 31st this year and around 2,000 law students had appeared in it for recruitment to 69 posts of civil judges. Alleging that as many as 26 out of 100 questions in the examination were either wrong or out of syllabus or contained typographical and grammatical errors, about 18 OJS aspirants had approached the court seeking judicial intervention. Adjudicating over a batch of petitions, Justice B.R. Sarangi quashed the preliminary examinations and directed OPSC to conduct it afresh within 6 weeks. The court also asked OPSC to hold the main examination within 4 weeks after publication of the preliminary examination results. The High Court had earlier directed OPSC not to publish the results of the examination without the leave of the court. Although OPSC admitted in the court that there were ambiguity in certain questions and it was prepared to award grace marks to the students in prorate basis, the High Court was not inclined to give any relief. Normally, the courts do not interfere in the selection process of the judicial officers. But being the constitutional authority and seeing the glaring illegality in the process, this court was compelled to step in, the High Court in its ruling said, adding that no fresh admit cards would be issued. Only those candidates who had enrolled themselves for initial examination would be eligible for the fresh examination, the court ordered. Throwing laws to wind, the central government has given Andhra Pradesh government a go-ahead to begin work on controversial Polavaram project. The centre has chosen to withdraw the stop work order on the project for an year, though the mandatory public hearings on the matter is yet to be completed in Odisha and Chhattisgarh, the 2 riparian states which will be affected by the project. Moreover, the Odisha and Chhattisgarh governments have not even been informed about the decision. On the request of Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu, Union Forest and Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar has given the consent to start work on the project. A letter and an executive order in this regard have reached the Andhra Pradesh government from the concerned Union Joint Secretary. Odisha and Chhattisgarh are also the key stakeholders in the project, as a large number of villages in both the states will be submerged by the project. As per the earlier directive, both the states were asked to conduct the public hearings on the matter within 6 months of the stop work order given to Andhra Pradesh government. However, with the centre taking such a unilateral decision, questions are being raised on its intentions. Notably, the project on Godavari River was accorded approval in 2005, but the Andhra Pradesh government sought consent of Odisha and Chhattisgarh governments in 2010. The project is estimated to submerge 40 villages in 7 panchayats of the Malkangiri district in Odisha, while many other districts in Chhattisgarh. Amid protests from both the states, the work on the project was stopped in 2011. Odisha and Chhattisgarh governments have also moved the Supreme Court in this regard, and the decision to start work on the project comes while the matter is still sub judice. In a bid to expedite the pending rehabilitation appointments at government level, Chief Minister Navin Patnaik has asked to form a committee under chairmanship of Chief Secretary G.C. Pati and directed concerned officials to clear pending cases of the family members of deceased government employees within 4 months. Development Commissioner and Finance Additional Chief Secretary will be the members of the committee. A decision in this regard was taken during a review meeting chaired by the Chief Minister at Secretariat yesterday evening. The committee will ensure appropriate redress of problems faced by family members of deceased government employees who are applying for jobs in government offices on basis of rehabilitation scheme. Reviewing the progress in rehabilitation appointment scheme, Patnaik asked the officials to clear the distress certificate applications which are pending for more than 3 months by this month. Likewise, he also directed to take decision on pending cases on rehabilitation associated with martyrs' family by next month. Earlier on July 4th, a youth went on a rampage inside the Secretariat and attacked an officer of Urban Development Department after he failed to meet the Secretary even after several attempts. The youth, Sushant Naik of Dhenkanal, had gone there to seek employment as a part of the rehabilitation process in place of his deceased father.
Rehabilitation assistance scheme रे जोठी जड़ा सरकारी कर्मचारी जितेबाला तांकर मृत्यु घटे ग्रुप सी और ग्रुप डी पोस्ट पाई तांकर पिल्ला मानक पाई जहाँ सरकारंकर नियमावली रही छी से नियमावली किपरि भावरे गोटे समय सीमा भीतर जिते भी पेंडिंग केस अच्छी से पेंडिंग केस गुड़ाक सबू विभिन्न डिपार्टमेंट किपरि भावरे ताकू गोटे समय सीमा भितर कंप्लीट करेंगे से विषय में आज माननीय मुख्यमंत्री डायरेक्शन देइछन्ति.
Rich tributes were paid to the late Bharat Ratna Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam at a condolence meeting held in Secretariat yesterday. Chief Minister Navin Patnaik, a number of ministers, Chief Secretary G.C. Pati and many senior officers mourned the demise of the former president. They observed a 2-minute silence and offered floral tribute to the departed soul. Describing Kalam as a people's president, Patnaik said, "I am deeply shocked at the sad demise of the former president. He was one of the illustrious presidents who was a visionary leader and a gifted scientist." Stating that Kalam was one of the finest human beings of the time, Chief Minister said the former president inspired and guided millions of children to follow their dreams and explore their inherent talent. The state government also declared a holiday yesterday in the schools, colleges, and all other educational institutions in his memory. Meanwhile, Rural Development Minister Badri Narayan Patra will attend the last rites of Kalam as representative of the state government. The funeral will take place at Kalam's hometown Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu tomorrow. Amid dissension brewing among the state Congress MLAs, Party Chief Whip Tara Prasad Bahinipati, who seemingly has been the source of discord, cleared his stance yesterday and said he cannot stand any confrontation and would not fight for any post within the organization. While claiming that he is ready to relinquish the Chief Whip's office, the 3-time MLA from Jaipur also revealed the conspiracy going on against him in the party. Bahinipati said he was not aware about the fact that the 12 MLAs had approached the party high command in Delhi complaining against him. Further, he stated, "I came to know about the matter from the high command." Bahinipati added that he has collected some facts and will present at the upcoming legislature party meeting called in this regard. Notably, in a bid to put a stop to the internecine war in the party over the visit of the MLAs, the state unit of Congress has decided to hold a legislature party meeting on July 38.
सब विधायक माने चाहिए जे मु रहबाटा ठीक नाही निश्चित भाव में मुझे स्वागत करी नंबर 1 निज आड़ छाड़ी कहीं मोपाई जदि दलर क्षति हम ताहले मु गोटे लड़ुआ सैनिक भाव में लड़ुआ कांग्रेस कर्मी भाव में मु पदे पदे रहिबार उचित नुह.
Yesterday was the first birthday of the 4 tiger cubs, including 2 melanistic ones of Nandankanan Zoological Park. Though no special birthday party was organized as the country is mourning the demise of former President APJ Abdul Kalam, visitors to the zoo had a visual treat as the 4 cubs came out for the first time. The 4 cubs, Subhranshu, Krishna, Snehashis, and Ani, were seen in a very playful mood cuddling up with their mother Sneha as they were brought to the display enclosure for the first time. All the 4 cubs are now housed in the enclosure number 30A of the park with their mother, while their father Manish is kept in enclosure number 30B. Zoo Director Sudarshan Panda said that for the first time in the world, visitors will get to see melanistic tigers. The Commissionerate Police arrested the director of Basundhara Land and Developer and his wife from Mahanadi Vihar area in Cuttack last night for their alleged involvement in a ₹50 lakh land fraud. According to police sources, the arrested couple has been identified as Kishore Chandra Jaina and Damayanti Nayak. While Kishore was the director of the fraudulent company, his wife was working as its managing director. The couple has duped Niranjan Swai of Tirtol area of ₹13 lakh on the pretext of providing him a piece of land in Bhubaneswar. A complaint in this regard was filed in the Chauliaganj police station in Cuttack. The sources added Jaina and his wife have also collected ₹50 lakh from a number of customers by promising them to provide them land. 4 cases relating to land fraud have been registered against them at Chauliaganj police station and 1 at Jagatpur police station. Notably, Cuttack, Bhubaneswar and Phulbani courts have issued non-bailable warrant against the couple.
ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ସୁଦ୍ଧା ଚାଉଳିଆଗଞ୍ଜ ଥାନାରେ ଆମର 4ଟି କେସ୍ ତଦନ୍ତାଧୀନ ଅଛି ସେମାନଙ୍କ ନାଁରେ ଜଗତପୁର ଥାନାରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ନାଁରେ ଗୋଟେ କେସ୍ ରୁଜୁ ହେଇଛି ଯୋଉଟାକି ତଦନ୍ତ ଚାଲିଛି ମୋଟ ପ୍ରାୟ 50 ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କାର ଠକେଇ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ସୁଦ୍ଧା ସେମାନେ ମୋ ଜୋନ୍ ମାନେ ଚାଉଳିଆଗଞ୍ଜ ଆଉ ବାକି ଜଗତପୁର ଥାନା ଇଲାକାରେ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଠକେଇ ହେଇଛି ବୋଲି ଆମେ ତଦନ୍ତରୁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଜାଣିବାକୁ ପାଇଛୁ କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମ ପାଖରେ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ନାଁରେ ବିଭିନ୍ନ କୋର୍ଟରୁ ୱାରେଣ୍ଟ ମଧ୍ୟ ଆସିକରି ପେଣ୍ଡିଂ ଅଛି ଚାଉଳିଆଗଞ୍ଜ ଥାନାରେ ସେଇଥିରୁ ଆମେ ଜାଣିବାକୁ ପାଉଛୁ ଯେ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଜମି ଠକେଇ କାରବାର ଫୁଲବାଣୀ ଜେଏମଏଫସିଙ୍କ ପାଖରୁ ଯେହେତୁ ଆସିଛି ତେଣୁ ଫୁଲବାଣୀ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର କଟକ ଇତ୍ୟାଦି ଏରିଆରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଏଇଟା କାରବାର ଚାଲିଛି.
Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik yesterday urged the centre to allocate adequate quantity of fertilizers to meet the demand of farmers in the state. In a letter to Union Fertilizers Minister Anant Kumar, Patnaik requested enhanced allocation of urea from 1.14 lakh ton to 1.75 lakh ton for August, saying that 1.14 lakh ton would be grossly inadequate to meet the requirements of the farmers. The letter also pointed out that the short supply of urea during the peak agriculture operation period will not only affect the productivity of the crops but also lead to a law and order problem. Stating that the state received good rainfall during June-July and that agriculture operations were in full swing, Patnaik said this has resulted in demand for more fertilizers. Noted sand artist Sudarshan Patnaik yesterday created a sand sculpture of APJ Abdul Kalam at Puri Beach to pay tribute to the former president. The message on the 4 feet high sand sculpture read, "Tribute to common man, missile man, Bharat Ratna, People's President." Patnaik recalled that Kalam had invited him for the first time to Rashtrapati Bhavan in 2005 when sand art was not well known in the country and encouraged him a lot. Further, the sand artist said it was a great honor for him when Kalam gave him a cheque of ₹3,000 from his personal account. With the upper catchment areas of Boitarini and Subarnarekha rivers receiving heavy rains during the last 24 hours due to a depression over the Bay of Bengal, the state government has put at least 6 coastal and northern districts on alert. Water Resource Secretary P.K. Jaina said the government is expecting a flood in the 2 river systems and therefore the districts are alerted to remain prepared for any eventuality. Meanwhile, a report said waters of Budha Balanga entered into Baripada municipal area of Mayurbhanj district, affecting about 500 people. Mayurbhanj Collector R.P. Patil stated that the administration has shifted the people to the safer places and distributed food materials among them. The state government has asked the district collectors of Keonjhar, Mayurbhanj, Jajpur, Bhadrak, Balasore and Kendrapada to remain prepared for the possible floods with essential items including food and boats. Subarnarekha river was flowing above the danger level at Jamosola in Balasore and was rising up. Special Relief Commissioner's Office source said the Odisha Disaster Rapid Action Force unit at Cuttack has been moved to Jajpur district and deployed at strategic places to undertake search and rescue operation and assist the civil administration in relief activities. Meanwhile, the latest bulletin issued by Meteorological Department said the depression over Northeast Bay of Bengal and coastal areas of Bangladesh and West Bengal remained practically stationary at about 340 km east of Balesore. The system is likely to remain stationary for some more time and might concentrate into a deep depression during the next 48 hours. Meteorological Director S.C. Sahu said heavy to very heavy rainfall at a few places with extremely heavy showers at one or two places over North Odisha and heavy to very heavy rainfall at one or two places over South Odisha will occur during the next 24 hours.
ये जो घाईटी बर्तमान अच्छी दहमुंडा ताकू से बर्तमान आरंभ कराई बर्तमान स्थिति या तेज सुवर्णरेखार स्थिति जेहेतु टिके गंभीर हो पारे जेहेतु उपरमुंडार वर्षा एपर्यंत भी चली तेणु सेठी अधिक ओड्राफ फोर्स मुतयन करने माननीय मुख्यमंत्री निर्देश देले एवं जोठी तलिया अंचल जोठी दरकार पड़ो इवाकुएसन करने जिला प्रशासन को कहला आम जिला प्रशासन सहित सकाळू एसआरसी एवं मु उभय तांको संस्पर्श अच्छु एवं सेठी आशा करुचु जे आमे सेठी जो गोटे घाई है ताको आउ फर्दर केमि न बढ़ियो से चेष्टा करने नहीं ओड्राफ बर्तमान तांको पाखरे एनडीआरएफ बालेश्वर रे एनडीआरएफ टीम अछंती जाजपुर रे ओड्राफ टीम पहुंच जाइछंती एवं एडिशनल ओड्राफ टीम पठाया पे बर्तमान एसआरसी कोऑर्डिनेट करूछंती जदियो आज संध्या बेले आमे बालेश्वर जिल्ला रे सुवर्णरेखा सिस्टम रे पीक फ्लड आज संध्या बेले पाया पय आमे जो आकलन करूछु 30-31 रे मध्य वर्षा हम बोली पानीपाग विभाग तरफ सतर्क कराई तेणु ताकू आखिरे रखी अवश्य यही जोटा अच्छी पश्चिम बंग जो घूर्णिबलयटा होती तार इंपैक्ट हुए तो पुणी नॉर्दर्न ओडिशा रे वर्षा हो पारे प्रबल हो पारे तेणु यही 3टा सिस्टम को आमको आहरी जो माने सतर्क रहा पड़ो ता छड़ा काली मु आपण मानक कही जे रेंगाली डैम रु आम पानी छाड़ू बोली आज छाड़ार संभावना अच्छी बोली आम कहीलु तेबे जेहेतु बर्तमान बैतरणी सिस्टम रे पीक फ्लडटा चली तेणु आउ बैतरणी सिस्टम रो बन्यार पानी खरसुआ नदी मध्य को मध्य आसे से आज आम रेंगाली रु पानी आज छाड़ू ना एवं ताकू आसंता काली पर्यंत आम स्थगित रखुचु कालीर परिस्थिति देखिकी आम पानीटा छाड़ नहीं शुणु सुवर्णरेखार जो बन्या होची सेथरे मयूरभंजर किछि अंश एवं बालेश्वर अंचल पर्टिकुलरली बस्ता भोगराई बालियापाल से एरिया अफेक्टेड एरिया सब वर्ष बन्या भी हुए आउ से एरिया रे वर्षार ये जो बन्यार प्रकोप रहिबो तेणु से अंचल पे जिला प्रशासन कलेक्टर एसपी एवं लोकल ऑनरेबल एमएलए माने मध्य सेठी पहुंचती ऑनरेबल एमपी मध्य आम सहित संपर्क अच्छी और से चेष्टा करुँच से एरिया लोक मान भितर सचेतनता सृष्टि करने जो अति आवश्यक पड़ो सेठू इवाकुएसन करा नहीं शुणु बर्तमान बन्या घेर नहांती केवल गोटे जगार जो छोट घाईटी होता जोटा क्लोजिंग होती 200 लोक टेम्पोरारी स्थानांतर करते बर्तमान जेहेतु ब्रिजटा से क्लोजिंग सर फेरी तेज अन्य जगार इवाकुएसन आवश्यकता पड़े कर दरकार पड़े हाँ से एसआरसी संस्था कर
Thousands of devotees gathered around the chariots of Lord Jagannath and his siblings yesterday night in Puri to witness the Adharapana ritual in which Pona was offered to the deities. The deities were offered the drinks in pots on their respective chariots. Later, the servitors broke the pots, allowing the Pona to spill over the chariots. As per belief, evil spirits who roam around the chariots for salvation enjoy the drink and leave the pot. According to the ritual, the Mahaswara servitors prepare the drink by using milk, banana, cheese, aromatic spices and water. The water required to prepare the drink is collected by Poniya Apat servitors from a well on the premises of Chhauni Mutt near Singhadwara. Before wrapping up the headlines once again, State government turns mineral transporters strike illegal, invokes ESMA in Sundargarh and Keonjhar districts for 6 months. High Court cancels Odisha Judicial Service prelims and directs OPSC to conduct the examinations afresh in 6 weeks. Flood threat looms large as Boitarani and Subarnarekha are in spate. Chief Minister reviews readiness to tackle the calamity. Chief Minister, ministers Senior officials pay rich tributes to Dr. Abdul Kalam in a condolence meeting held in Secretariat for first time. And for the first time in the world, rare breed of melanistic tiger cubs were displayed to visitors at Nandankanan Zoo in Bhubaneswar. Thank you for watching. Good night.